today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
First down, Carr to Evans on the slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. The numbers for Evans a week ago. 5 catches, 66 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Cook. He's got it off the draw. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play. They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. out of the gun. McDonald, he'll fire one downfield for Fant. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, it's Cook. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got it. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. With Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And when he stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? It doesn't really matter. Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's McDonald. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, McDonald. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off, and his guys will take over. 45 34-yard line. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, going for Jefferson. It's Carr inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Oh!
And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 74 yards.
They've won 2 straight games. They have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Looking to throw on second down. McDonald, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Are you? Okay, here we go.
Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down.
Oh, the bus wasn't there yet.
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Shotgun now for Carr. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It 14-7. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Carr. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll run on first down. Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job of forcing a loss on that play.
2nd and 11 now. Here's Carr. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White, and they're going to set him sharp at the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing the second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On first down, McDonald steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 25. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first down. McDonald. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys that just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, McDonald on the crossing route, complete. That's Hunter. He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. It was a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And a give this time to the tailback. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11.
From the gun, McDonald. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the gun on 3rd down. McDonald buying time to his left. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole McDonald with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
And a couple of touchdowns. P.A.'s here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow, you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Carr. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Carr. Airing this one out for Evans. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything is working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. His throw incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. McDonald. This is the tight end Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st down, McDonald. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
From the gun, McDonald. The quick slant caught. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a touchdown.
Hey, give me a paper towel.
Touchdown. Here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
Definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's hard, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up the score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
So the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, McDonald. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal.
A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. From the gun, McDonald being chased out. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Cole McDonald as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Well, this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. three will get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Operating from the gun, McDonald got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they work this run upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Ah, dang.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
No time to do anything.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
From the gun, McDonald. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for them.
Does that happen to you?
No, but what stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days?
Credit with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They run their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Carr. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Going right side here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
To win any route, you got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run for it with Cook. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Jake Elliott.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chicago offense set to get started. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. On first down, it's Pearson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Running lanes were training in the first take, but he's going to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So you were saying Warren Watson a season 2?
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Throwing on first down. McDonald. Wide open receiver complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first and 10, McDonald. He's got his big tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 20.
What are you doing? You gonna go tattle? Why don't you shut that door? What do you need? Exactly, you're going in there to tattle.
In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find.
You quit being a jerk.
They'll run on first down. Pearson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
God dang it.
On the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Here's McDonald to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the gun, McDonald. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
To throw on second down, McDonald got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 6 yards away, and the Bears will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Takes makes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Evans, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, McDonald.
That's complete to Mooney.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. How many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Carr. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Now a give right side. It's Pearson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 6.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
6 yards left on 2nd down. McDonald sets to throw.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Darnell Mooney, the target there.
And it's 3rd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. McDonald, left side here. That's the tight end Fant. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty's not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
From the gun, McDonald.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
For Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Minnesota. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDonald, they'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A gain there of 21 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On first down, McDonald. That's caught over the middle by Fan. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Now, you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot, but we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. Hits his target, Hunter. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw on 2nd down. McDonald toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for him. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Carr gonna let one fly.
What the fuck is that?
Open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Allen Robinson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Fourth quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
First down, a run with Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On first down, it's Pearson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Darnell Mooney with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
15 yards on the play, first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That good for 22 and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them.
Whenever they've needed a big run, at first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And a solid run down inside the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean,